hole number 2, it's one of those holes here that they're going to find at this year's championship where the hole is going to kind of dictate how it wants them to play it. The second hole in particular, it normally plays as a par 5 for our members, but for these guys, it's going to play as a 500-yard par 4, and I'm not sure that a lot of them are going to be able to hit driver off the tee because it narrows down into a narrow neck. So they'll probably have to hit something other than a driver, get it in play, hit the fat part of the fairway, because that one in particular is very treacherous. Bunker on the right, deep rough, and a creek on the left. So that'll be a tough one.
So iron play out of the rough during the 2014 championship is going to be extremely difficult. The blue and fescue mix makes the ball sit down a little bit, so when players play shots from the rough, not enough spin's going to come out to hold the green on a lot of shots. So making sure that they're judging those shots correctly and judging how the ball flies out of the rough is going to be important.
On long par 4s, it's critical that we set ourselves up for that third shot. If I've got a shot that I've hit in the rough here, this kind of dictates what I need to do with my next shot. I'm not going to be able to get a 3-wood on it, probably not a hybrid. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try to minimize the damage. I'm going to try to hit this ball out of the rough and just get it back in play. So I'm going to choose an iron for this one. It won't get me all the way to the green, but I think it can get me out of the rough. And one thing you have to be careful of is when the ball sits down in the rough, when you swing at the ball, the contact, you try to get as much of the grass behind the ball out of the way as you can. I tend to come down just a little bit steeper on the ball and make a 3/4 swing just to kind of punch it out and get it into play. I know I'm not going to get it to the green, but I want to set up my third shot. You're better off keeping it in play, and if you make a bogey here and there, that's great, but I'll bet if you can avoid those big train wrecks of trying to hit the hero shot, when you add your score up at the end, you're going to like it much better.